General Richardson, you've warned about China's constant attempts to invest further in the Southcom AOR. General, would you agree that several of the countries in your AOR adopt socialist or communist regimes? It is even more important than ever for the United States to be involved in South America.
Absolutely, Congresswoman. We need to be more involved, pay more attention to what is so close to our homeland. This is our neighborhood. This is a shared neighborhood, and neighbors watch out for each other. We're good to each other. We help each other, and so absolutely. But I would say that they're paying attention to the PRC not because they want to, it's because they have to.
And in the past, you've raised the specific issue of the port of Cartagena in Colombia. The Chinese have been attempting to gain a majority stake at this vital port in South America. If they are successful, they would have access to a deep water port, but more importantly, China would have a significant ISR asset. I want to know specifically, what tools do you have to counter Chinese investments in Southcom?
So in order to counter the investment that they have is to talk about it, which is what I'm doing. I'm bringing awareness to the fact that when there are tenders and projects that come out from the countries and there are only Chinese bidders on there, we have got to get our international community, our Western investment, our Team USA investment focused on what these countries, when these bids come out, so that they have a choice. It's not just all Chinese state-owned enterprises, and we got to pay attention to that.
Would you agree that we could use a little more help in this task?
I do. I think it's the awareness and talking about it and making it well known that we're not competing as we should, and we can outcompete.
We can. And Congress established the Development Finance Corporation in 2018 BUILD Act. The DFC was supposed to facilitate private sector investments that specifically complemented and are guided by overall United States foreign policy development and national security objectives. Has DFC been working with Southcom to establish investments in Southcom AOR to achieve our national security objectives?
So I would want to come back to you, Congresswoman, on that to make sure that I give you the correct answer. I think that, as I've said, we can we got to shine the light on it and make that investment and coordinated, consolidated, and more aggressive.
Point blank, what tools, if you can articulate, do you specifically need that you don't have?
I would say just the continued resourcing of my requirements for security cooperation, my exercise program, the State Department's foreign military sales, financing, excess defense articles, and we make those processes, which are really more long-term. We've got to pressurize them and make them to where they deliver within months, not years.
And I want to go back to this the DFC. You will get back with me on my question on have they been working with you and to what end? Because we give them a lot of taxpayer dollars, and I want to make sure that those taxpayer dollars are being spent.
Right.
We're getting good value for our money,
right,
so to speak. I mean, Congress established the DFC to help counter the Belt and Road Initiative, right, from the CCP. DFC was supposed to be coordinating private sector investments in projects that benefit the United States, that benefit our interests. Instead, what I'm seeing is DFC has dozens of projects in the Western Hemisphere that provide no real value to the national security, while at the same time China is investing in critical infrastructure. I mean, mineral mining for their military and to provide greater ISR in the AOR. So what's a little concerning, and I don't mean this disrespectfully, but you can't rattle this off at the top of your head, yet I'm sure if we ask China, they have direct mining initiatives, Belt and Road. I mean, they have clear and precise initiatives. In my opinion, Congress needs to take a hard look at the DFC, the DFC's mandates, when there's legislation to reauthorize this agency when it comes up for reauthorization this year. I mean, we need to take a good, hard look at what are those dollars getting spent for, and are they being spent appropriately?
Gentlelady's time's expired. Chair, and I recognize the gentleman from Nevada, Mr. Horsford, for 5 minutes.
Thank you very much, Chairman.